Welcome, folks. I'm going to do a little demo of an Apple II Plus. This is very similar to the Apple IIc that I had on my YouTube channel a couple of months ago. This one, as you can see, I don't have the case on it. I've been working on restoring it to proper operation. Because things are so similar to an Apple IIc, I'm not going to run the app test. I've been working on it. I found a lot of issues with the motherboard, fixed a number of sticky keys. Right now it's working pretty good. Eventually I'm going to sell this, but I want to make sure it's working reliably. I did find like a bent pin, bent under pin that wasn't making contact. One of the memory jumpers had a broken or burned out pin, so I found a new one of those. I had some weak or burned out drivers on some of the chips, and some of the receivers on a couple of other chips were shorted or something, not causing issues. So this thing had a ton of problems. Right now it's working okay. Seems to run. If you saw the demo on my Model Railroad channel, I was using that, and it's working reliably. It doesn't like crash in the middle, so things are going better. I want to run it a few more weeks, make sure it's problem free, and I'll put it up for sale. This is a very early Apple II Plus. It's got the dome power light on the keyboard, which is very unusual on Apple II Plus. Normally a keyboard like this would be worth almost as much as an Apple II Plus, but for Apple II advocates. The light bulb on the power key was burned out, and I found that they still make basically the same bulb, so I put that in there. So I fixed a number of things. So instead of running through app tests and some applications, I'm going to kind of demonstrate why I like Apple IIs, Apple II Pluses, and Apple IIes more than the Apple IIc. And it's because of these slots back here, adding cards. Now with the Apple IIc, they had a Disk2 controller. They have a couple of serial ports. So they have some of the capabilities that are adding cards in the system. But it's very easy to add features. This bus is very easy to interface to. And so I'm going to do a couple of demos of things I've added. The Model Railroad thing I'll show again. And I'll show, I built, 2012, I built a 1101 SRAM tester using one of my Super Proto cards. So I'll bring that up and run that and demonstrate how easy it is to add things and how I've used it. So I guess let's turn it on and see if it works. It should boot the floppy automatically. I'm not sure why it doesn't always do that, but if I hit reset, I'll get a prompt. PR number 6 should boot the floppy, and it's not booting. So I've got a little issue here. Isn't it booting? Okay, now it's booting. So this is one of the problems with this system. It's just a little flaky. I think there's some bad connections, but now it booted. I've got my Railroad control disk in here. I can catalog what's on the disk, and I can run my program, which I call local control. And I've enhanced this actually since my last video. So anyway, it's loading the machine program automatically, and I can basically select a local from this menu. Let's say local number 7, and I can make it go forward just by typing the plus, and it's going over there. I'm not going to demo this. This is kind of what I already did. But this is basically running off the serial port and this little board that's running a sensor, block sensor over there. So that's why I like this. It is very simple. This interface is basically 2 chips, which, you know, how can you get easier than that? So I will I'll quit this program and I'll boot my memory tester, and it's in slot 1, so I'll say PR number 1, and it automatically starts up. The code for the memory tester is actually on the peripheral card, so it automatically, when you initialize the card, it automatically runs the test. And when I was building the Selby, I had like over 100 SRAM chips I wanted to test. So right now I just have a socket, but I had a 0 insertion force socket where I could basically put chips in and out. So I'd shut off the machine, and I'd have this without the disk card in there. And so when I powered up, it would automatically start the memory test and run the memory test. So I'd power off, plug in a new 1101 SRAM chip, power it on, it would automatically run the test. I'd run so many passes, I'd shut it off again, change chips. So I was able to get through 100 chips in like an hour using this system. So that's the serial port is handy. That's what I've got commanding over the command station over on my railroad. And then this card, like I said, I just built this on a general. This was originally one of my shutter testers. If you look on my web pages, I have a shutter tester. I took off the optical sense components off this and the op amp, and I just connected basically a very simple interface over to my railroad. And so now it can automatically run the trains using my train program. So I don't know if this, yeah, this has still got the DOS driver in there. So that's kind of the demo of this. I need to fix that boot problem. I don't know. I bet if I shut it off and shut it on and turn it on again, it'll boot automatically. Let's try it. Turn it off. Turn it back on. And it automatically booted. So I still got a connection in a socket that's a little flaky. I need to track that down before I sell this. But otherwise, this thing's running pretty good. So that's my demo. I'm not going to run any apps and stuff. I already did that on the Apple II. And I think that's kind of boring. So this is getting very close to being ready to sell. Not quite there yet, as you could see, but and then I'm going to basically, after that, I have a Mac 128K I'm going to go through. I've already went through that a few years ago, but these old computers, when they sit, they tend to fail. Just like automobiles, it's kind of weird that way. So anyway, have a great day. That's my quick and easy demo of the Apple II Plus. Hope you have a great day. Bye.